everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Jennifer for the Median, and today we are in the all-new 2021 Acura TLX Advanced with super handling all-wheel drive. This is, as I said, all new for the 2021 model year, built on a Acura exclusive chassis, and it is longer, lower, wider, and heavier than the outgoing TLX. Gone are the engine options for a 4-cylinder or 6-cylinder, replaced by a standard engine that is a 2-liter single turbocharged 4-cylinder that is good for 272 horsepower, 280 pound-feet of torque. The TLX comes in 4 different flavors. There's the TLX, TLX with technology package, TLX A-Spec, and the TLX Advanced, which is this model and loaded to the gills. The TLX is standard with front-wheel drive, optional with super handling all-wheel drive across all 4 models. That system is now in its 4th generation. Here it's smarter than ever. It reacts 30% faster than the previous generation. In the TLX, it can send up to 70% of engine power to the rear wheels. 100% of the 70% that's sent to the back can be split between one or the other wheel. So it can literally send 70% to the rear axle and 100% of that power to the driver's side rear wheel. What does super handling all-wheel drive do? Well, it gives you better traction in inclement weather, but it also helps get rid of understeer. Does it make the car feel like it has oversteer? Nope. It's all new, inside and out. I think it's a good-looking car. It's got some hips. It's got some curves. The TLX has Acura's dual headlights. They're LED lights, front and rear, all the way around. All the lights are LED lights, inside and out. And I will say that this TLX is definitely an improvement over the outgoing model. It looks better, it drives better. The chassis is actually 50% stronger as far as torsional rigidity than the outgoing model. We are back to a double wishbone front suspension, which is great because it just works better. In this advanced model, we have adjustable suspension. So I'm in comfort right now going over a really crappy road. And the car is doing a fantastic job of just quelling those bumps. And it is a 10-speed automatic transmission, I should mention that. You can shift it with paddles on the steering wheel, but I will say, don't bother. And speaking of steering, kudos to Acura for this steering wheel, because oh my gosh, does it feel good in your hands. And I know that's like a little nitpicky thing, but this is the one thing that you always are touching to interact with the vehicle is the steering wheel. It just feels good. Listen to that 4-cylinder just work. So it's drive-by-wire throttle and also electric braking. I really have no complaints about the braking. You can feather it, and I do really like the different settings for the adjustable suspension. The different dynamic modes really do a nice job changing the characteristics of the TLX from a comfortable sedan for your family to something that you can go out and coon a little bit. And with that all-wheel drive, you can claw out of corners pretty well. I will say what this car is missing is ample power that will actually exercise this chassis to its full capabilities, because this is really a capable chassis. I'm very impressed with the playful nature that Acura has built in to this new TLX. But listen to how much that engine just has to work so hard to motivate this thing. Back to normal here. Some of the sound effects are great. And the graphics are cool too. I mean, these are fantastic graphics that pop up on this 10.2-inch new screen. It's not a touch screen at all, which is good. Doesn't need to be, because you've got this pad down here. This is called the True Touchpad Interface. And it's a little mousy looking thing. It's a little pad right here. And it has what Acura calls absolute positioning. So on the screen up here, if I put my finger up on the right, it goes to the right. You put your finger where you want it to appear on the screen. So if I want to go to Sirius XM down lower left corner, I touch the lower left corner. It's smart. And it does work. You know when it doesn't work? Apple CarPlay. So I'm now in Apple CarPlay. Now it's not absolute positioning anymore. You actually do have to slide it and use it like a mouse pad. There used to be 2 screens, that's all gone. This is far more sensible. There's a 7-inch information screen here in between my TAC and my Speedo. I've got a 10.5-inch head-up display that, I mean, it's huge. The problem I have with the head-up display is it actually kind of tilts a little bit. And it's big, it's beautiful, it's bold, it works. It just kind of which makes me feel a little It's very, very nicely laid out and very usable, really easy to get used to really quickly. Then there's the atmosphere itself. It is a really nice place to be. The materials in here are nice, the leathers are nice, the seat is fantastic. Just little touches like that kind of make the car feel special. And is it special? Well, it feels worth every penny of the price of admission. And the price of admission for just a base TLX is under 40 grand, about $38,500. This one, the Advance with everything on it, including super handling all-wheel drive, is under 50,000. And this does feel special. My biggest complaint, honestly, is this engine. It's enough for the car, but for me it's just lacking. And that's because I really like sports cars and want to get in and go. Over about 230 miles, we've averaged 21.5 miles per gallon. So I guess the be-all end-all is, if you're looking for a sedan that's got some sporting intentions, some sporty flavor, you may want to check out the TLX. This is a much more exciting sedan than I thought it would be. All right, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Really appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe so that you can see all things We Are Motor Driven, from rides and drives to the median to Auto Exotica and Sons of Speed. Look forward to seeing you in our next video. See you then.